What's up, everybody? Back with the new video for you. Want to take a look at the start of my 2 cent collection. I picked up uh, just 2 coins, and I want to get all mint state examples. And I don't particularly care too much what holders they're in, just as long as they're all high grade coins. Um, the first one I got, which was a couple months ago, was this 1865, and it is in a NGC holder in a 65 red brown, the CAC sticker. I've seen a few of these come up for sale recently online, and they typically go in the $400 range, and they can really shoot up from there depending on how much red they have on them. And they can go as high as like $700 if they're mostly red. And like I was talking about in a previous video, they consider a red brown to be anywhere from 5 to 95% red. So putting a value on a red brown coin can be kind of difficult. And whenever buying one, you always really got to consider that the ones that are mostly brown are going to be worth quite a bit less than the primarily red ones. It could be twice the price. And this one is probably somewhere in the middle. Still a pretty decent amount of red on there. There's kind of a subdued red. So maybe 40% red at best. Really nice strike. They called this a gem coin. And I'd like to see maybe just a little more luster on this coin for it to be a gem. Although, I mean, you can still see it pretty good. But CAC liked it too, so anyway, this is a nice example. That was something I got on eBay and I paid in the mid 300 range. So I think that was a pretty good deal. Then this other one I got, this was on an online auction. It's a 1866 and 63 red brown. And old PCGS Rattler holder, which is one of my favorite holders, and I know it is for a lot of you guys too. This coin has even less red on it than the other one. It's probably more like 25% red. They're a little more. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing was regraded that they would call it a full brown. I mean, they're a lot more strict with the color designations than they were back then. I think it's because a lot of times they put these coins in these older holders and they'll continue to turn more brown over time. And then you end up with a really brown coin in either a red brown or even in a full red holder. Sometimes you'll find some really red examples in there. So that's one thing that I like to keep in mind is that a lot of people do think the Rattlers are conservatively graded, and a lot of times they are, but when it comes to copper coins, they're more strict nowadays than they were back then on the color designation, and also on Morgan coins, Proof-like and Dimple, and they were a lot more generous giving out the Dimple designation back then. So old holders are not always better, but in general they can be. So you just gotta kind of keep that in mind. The 1865 had a mintage of 13,640,000. Pretty high mintage for the 2 cent piece. I don't think it was the highest one, but it's up there. And the 66 had about a quarter of that with 3,177,000. And there's really not much of a price difference between these two if they're the same grade. Like if this was a 65 red brown, it would only be maybe $100 more than the 1865. So overall, the mintages isn't always as important as you'd think. Survival rate, which I've heard a few guys talking about lately, is really important. So, you know, maybe a bunch of the 66s, maybe a bunch of them survived, even though there's only a quarter as many. So, anyways, just wanted to show you guys the start of the 2 cent collection. And once I get a couple more, I'll show you guys some more of them as I start to build it up. I think there's only like a dozen or so years, so it wouldn't be the hardest collection to put together, really. But anyways, take care, guys.